All right, y'all. So good morning. Welcome to Empowered Hour, episode 15, From Depression to Prosperity. I have the sheer pleasure of having my soul sister and one of the most amazing, pure, divine beings on my channel this morning. I'm kind of a fangirl for her because I met her through, she teaches Kundalini Yoga, and I asked Creator to be aligned with a beautiful and profound teacher on YouTube, and literally Creator guided me to this beautiful being. So her name is Lisa Grail. She is a certified bilingual, both in Russian and English, Kundalini teacher with a psychological approach. In 2018, she discovered Kundalini Yoga as the best tool that cured her of severe depression in 10 days, y'all. 10 days. She started to practice actively, learn more than 300 kriyas. Woo! From the Yogi Bhajan school, and she got trained as an instructor of Kundalini Yoga. In 2019, she started her YouTube channel specializing in helping people to work out their psychological problems with the help of Kundalini Yoga. By 2021, she released more than 50 practices, y'all. Wow, what an abundance. And several courses that she has already helped more than 2,000 of her students all over the world, including here in Texas. Y'all, she's in Russia, by the way. How freaking cool is that?
Yes.
Currently, Lisa Grail is developing her activity, teaching online and offline, helping people to gain not only a healthy body, but a healthy, balanced psyche. It is my sheer pleasure from the depths of my soul to introduce this amazing freaking being, Lisa Grail. Good morning, sister.
Good morning. Good evening in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Yes.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you for inviting me, for contacting me at first time. Thank you very much for your Thetahealing session you made for me. You are amazing gift in my life because rarely I meet people whom I consider as my relatives, though we have different languages, we're living in different countries, but I feel this connection. And your appearance, you look like my sister Kate, I told you before, and this is like very nice coincidence. So thank you very much for inviting me. I believe that the same energy always connects.
I agree. Those like attracts like, right? So super high vibrational goddess energy attracts super high vibrational goddess energy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Beautiful. So Lisa, I wanna give you the floor to kind of tell you a little bit. I know we did the bio, right? I said your bio, but that does not do your soul and your authentic self justice, I don't believe. So I want you to just kind of tell me your story. Tell me how you came into Kundalini, and anything else you feel called to share. Please, I'm here listening and waiting for your nourishment.
I think my way is similar to the way of each person who is a hypochondriac, because since childhood I was ill almost every month, like getting sick easily from childhood. My mother was very worrying, taking me to different doctors. My immunity was not in very good condition, and now I'm 32. It's not a secret, it's my age. But at 23, I was feeling myself much worse than I feel myself today. I can say for sure. Moreover, my appearance, my body shape, my hormonal system, my nervous system are brilliant in comparison with what I had at 23, when I was an officer working at normal job at international company at Toyota, and I was searching for any panacea that will help me to fight my illnesses, my low blood pressure, and my apathetic state after work. I slept very much, almost all weekends after job. And my way began, I guess, 10 years ago. And when I had these depressive states, I could not identify them as depressive. For me, it was just normal because I'm tired. I could not analyze my psyche as well. Like, you know, maybe it's not very popular in Russia to go to psychiatrist asking for help like in America. I know that you have much more progressive point of view on this. Our guys, they are drinking alcohol to forget about things. And
Yeah.
I also studied some kind of radical, maybe from the point of view of modern person, eating nutrition issues like raw veganism, and I shifted to raw veganism very fast. I was eating everything, and then it was a very cool experience, but I was very fanatic, and it was my mistake. And though my psyche still needed some help. And I prefer to work even harder to develop like an artist in music in parallel. I had to gain for life with ordinary jobs at office. And then it led me in 2018 to depression. I could not catch how it happened because one day I found myself absolutely miserable without any desires, don't want to live or achieve something. Those people who were enjoying life, smiling, I considered them as druggies. Why are you laughing? Why are you enjoying? Life is such kind of dark place. So I found myself at the deepest bottom ever. And I had a boyfriend at that time, and he like suggested to go to psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist prescribed me some pills, antidepressants for the serotonin neurotransmitters balance, and I was taking these pills about a month, and felt myself even worse. I became like calmer, but like vegetable. Everybody talks about this, that antidepressants, they like erase the vivid part of ourselves, like soul. So you are functioning, your body is working, you are not lying on bed only, but you are not alive. And this is a great difference.
Yeah.
Yes, and after this, I followed one girl from LA. She's Russian as well. She immigrated maybe 15 years ago. Her name is Julia Lansky, and she is Kundalini Yoga teacher from Yogi Bhajan School in Los Angeles. And she always like advertised Kundalini, that is high vibrations. I'm feeling so cool. And I haven't tried it, though I was practicing Hatha yoga, and like for body shape only. I could not catch the same effect after Hatha yoga, and they say that Kundalini is 8 times more effective. Sorry, practitioners of Hatha yoga. Yes.
We still love you, but different strokes for different folks.
Yes. And I decided to give myself a chance because my mood was very very bad. I didn't want even to sing. For me, it's ridiculous because I'm singing almost all my free minutes in bathroom, in toilet, on the street while I'm walking anywhere. And I tried first Maya Science lessons, the most easiest chakral journey, like first chakra, second chakra, third chakra, and made it only 7 days, like 7 chakras, 1 week. And after first time, I felt relief. Wow, I woke up from this like muddy water. And then after 7 days, I couldn't stop. I was practicing, and then investigating what schools are in Russia and what teachers and so on, and it just couldn't stop. The process, I have not choose this. I was chosen by yoga, by Kundalini Yoga, I guess, because
I feel that way
it's
too.
very, yeah. And I'm very grateful. So after 2 years of practicing each day, I decided to share this with other people and made it in English. First of all, to practice my English and to collect more people, because English is international language. To make more people know about this technology, because it's amazing and it's scientifically proved that it works, because it works with the main glands of our body, with pituitary gland, with pineal gland, and regulates the whole endocrine system, all parasympathetic and sympathetic systems of our body. So what do you need to do? Only practice every day as much as possible in the morning on empty stomach. And find a teacher who will suit your interests and has approach that is comfortable for you. That's all. Only patience and discipline. And if it's your tool, your instrument, you should know that you won't ever give up.
Yeah,
for me, it's
absolutely.
like an art. From Kundalini Yoga, my favorite thing from Kundalini Yoga is that it's like an arts, and it's like for some kind of emotions, or each kriya has its function and solves the exact problem. This is the most that I love from Kundalini. That's why it's so interesting to practice.
Yeah. Well, and guys, I want to tell you, I'm going to link Lisa's channel below and her courses and stuff, so you guys have those beautiful resources at your disposal. But I want to tell you, Lisa specifically has playlists. So if you're feeling like, if something happens, right, and your nervous system is in sympathetic dominance, right, you're just feeling very irritable and like fight or flight, you're feeling like you want to dissociate from your body. And a lot of times when we go through trauma, when you feel that kind of out of body, your body dissociates, right? It disassociates. And so we need to essentially bring you back into your body. Kundalini Yoga is one of the strongest practices that I've done to do that, to really bring you back into your body and get you out of a state of fight or flight and back into rest or digest, which is your parasympathetic dominance, right? While Americans especially, and people all over the world, because we go through trauma, there's a lot of being in that burnt out kind of sympathetic dominance, right? Where we're hurrying, where we're chaotic. And what Kundalini really takes us to is back into the body, back into the psyche, and we're removing all of that, anything that doesn't serve, emotions, to process those, old beliefs, subconscious programming, tension in the body where you might feel contracted, which further leads into that depression, anxiety, fight or flight, right? So we're really we're getting back into your body, embodiment. And that's one of the things I love about Lisa. She splits up her courses on playlists. So she has yoga for working with the emotions, yoga for working with a certain chakra, right? If you're not feeling grounded or like you're able to manifest, you can work on your first chakra. That's your root. That's what grounds you into that energy of the earth. And it helps you in the material plane, right? A lot of us that watch this channel are empaths and light workers and healers, right? And we're yogis. We do a lot of work in that cerebral, that 7D, that 5D space. We're very connected to source, right? So sometimes we need to get out of our intuitive channeling mind and into the body. This is where, for me, this is just my experience, and I know Lisa's had a similar experience. we got to get back into those first three chakras, into that root, into that sacral, and into that solar plexus, right? Our power center, our groundedness. So I love the way that Lisa, she's very meticulous and very detailed. She has some Virgo in her chart, and she organizes things in a really easy way for you to just be like, oh man, I'm feeling really ungrounded today. Okay, obviously I need root chakra, or check in with spirit or your guides, right? Your intuition. It'll guide you to what you need. She literally has playlists that are like, if you're going through grief, if you're going through apathy, Yahtzee, pick that, do it, right? And then on the other side of that practice, y'all, 30 minutes, an hour, you feel like a new person. And I just want to drive this point home. That's what she's saying. She was in that state of this depressed, apathetic state, right? Where I've been there. You don't even want to get out of bed. You're like, what's the point? Everything's going to shit. Excuse my language. Like, you just feel like unlit up, right? And like nothing, like you're like, I'm at the same old job and life just stinks. And you have this very negative, pessimistic feeling. And I think that that's coming up for a lot of people right now, especially with not having as much connection as we did and going through the pandemic and being isolated, and all of our stuff's coming up for healing, right? We're going through this massive purge and cleansing of the whole world. And it can feel very uncomfortable. Y'all, Kundalini Yoga has grounded me so much. Like, I can literally say without Kundalini or Theta, I would be swimming upstream and fighting life and resisting life and upset and depressed and literally in bed 24/7. I would. So thank you, Lisa, for this beautiful explanation. Yeah. So I want to ask you a question real quick, Lisa. So I love Kundalini, and I've done a lot of, I've been practicing it for about 2 to 3 years. But there's a lot of viewers who are tuning in who probably don't know what Kundalini is. So can you kind of give me like a little explanation, like just that you would have with someone who's never done it before, right? The beginner setup, and tell them kind of what it's about. Like, it doesn't have to be a long-winded, back 1,000 years ago explanation. Just like what happens to your body, mind, and soul when you're in
the channel.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I will make it easier. Yes, because the theory, of course, is specific, and there are a lot of terms that ordinary people shouldn't even have to know. If you want to deeper your knowledge, you can read more about Kundalini. What is this? In translation, it's like energy that is sleeping in the form of snake in the base of our spine. And we stimulate in scientifically experimental things. We stimulate in some kind of muscle that it has very difficult name, and it pushes our bioenergy up, and it reaches our main gland, pituitary gland, and then we have like this awakening. The highest goal of Kundalini is to awaken this natural force that is inherent to everyone. And with this practicing, we like awaken this force and became prosperous, became very healthy, very stable, with some kind of maybe extraordinary abilities. It's like not for everyone, but who is like predisposed for this. So at least we gain very good health, a stable psyche, and we awaken this inner force that is sleeping right now because we some kind of blocked with traumas. There are a lot of tension in our body, and to work with your body, to work through these blocks is the main goal and the main reason. Like, if you won't doing this, you will have diseases, severe diseases that will. I don't want to frighten anyone, but that's a fact, because we are not realizing how blocked, how much tension we have, and then we have some diagnosis like cancer or some kind of this. It's stored through the years, and if we are not working with the body, if we are not awakening this energy, we are getting ill. So it's very simple to awaken your energy, which is sleeping, in easy language. And on physical, scientific language, is a very difficult chemical procedure, like to awaken your own factory with neurotransmitters which are balanced in your brain, and endorphins and morphines and all this bouquet of hormones that is being balanced, and you don't have to do anything but only these techniques, because they are very strictly prescribed, written in the books. So exact time, exact angle of your arms, all this creates, it works like magic. Stimulating your some kind of parts of the body or glands. So it's like a complex job to tune all your systems: nervous, endocrine system, hormonal balance. It's like a tuning of your machine.
Beautiful. That was such a beautiful explanation, Lisa. And I just have one thought I want to share. So Lisa really explains the technical aspects of her different practices in each video. Like while you're holding your hands up, right? She's going to explain to you what's happening in your body. She's going to tell you, hey, this is an 11-minute kriya. We're halfway there. You can do it. So it's not only encouraging, it also holds you accountable, and it's neat to know what's happening in your body, right? To know, like, oh my gosh, like the pituitary is engaged right now, your hypothalamus and your adrenals are doing this, or your kidneys, and she's really great about letting you know what's happening, letting you know where this kriya's come from or what its benefits are. So I know for me personally, I have a very intuitive nature and mystical, and I love to channel, right? But I also have this yearning for knowledge. I want to know what's happening in my body. I love knowing that, right? I often look up things to research them, because I'm like, wow, if someone asked me about this, how would I explain it, right? And she just does such a great job of doing that. So thank you for that. Beautiful.
Yes, because I want everyone to see this correlation between what you have done and how you feel. So it's, yes, first of all, it's about motivation, of course, because if we have no purpose, we have no diligence in what we're doing. Because when I see that it works, right after kriya, it works, my condition is getting better. Of course, I want to explain this for another people as well.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's so interesting, Lisa. I watched this lady on YouTube that a girlfriend of mine told me about, and her name's Marissa Peer. And she said there is literally such a depression epidemic. It's true, right? So many people are depressed, especially with the pandemic and just things that are going on. And she talks about that a really big correlation that she sees, because she's a therapist, a different type of therapist, RTT therapist, a transformational therapist, and she kind of does a form of theta. But she said that a lot of her clients who she sees very strong depression in really lack a sense of purposelessness, right? They don't have a reason that they feel that they can get up in the morning, and they don't have motivation, or they just don't feel like they have any inner power. And so all that Lisa is saying, it's bringing you back into yourself, right? It's bringing you back into alignment with the chemicals, being in a state of balance in your system, which, right, we need to have serotonin in our body and endorphins. Those are feel-good hormones. If you're lacking those, then you're not gonna feel good. You're gonna feel down and depressed, right? And so there's a very physical component of what Lisa's saying. And then there's also a very kind of, what I love about Kundalini is it's both. It's in the body, but we're also removing limiting beliefs. We're removing all the emotions from trauma when we were 5 and we were angry and we didn't get to scream, or we had to be the good girl, right? So it's just such a beautiful merriment of mind, body, and soul. And I think that's where our society is moving, because we've been so body-based. So like basically the kind of thought from people has been, if I can see it and I can control it, it must be true, right? But Kundalini also brings in that emotional aspect, that mental, that subconscious programming aspect. And it's just such, it's so all encompassing for me, Kundalini has been. And this is my experience. It may resonate with people, it may not. But Lisa and I have really found just balance in ourselves through all of that, through the emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, etheric, right? It's such a little package that's beautiful, and you can just do it for
Yes.
30 minutes to an hour a day.
Nicole, I want to add here, yes, because we used to live in our left hemisphere, cerebral hemisphere of brain, because logic to live in mind, and Kundalini Yoga balances both hemispheres. And if we're talking about metaphysics aspect of Kundalini Yoga, it's about enlightenment, about the molecule DMT, which is being produced in pituitary gland. That's why we have this kind of effects like I am everything, and the presence and life in the moment, and spiritual awakening. And to be honest, this year I faced what is called enlightenment or spiritual awakening. I've never thought that it will happen, but the more this state is kind of like observer, like body, like space in which this body lives, talks, walks like on its own. And this state is being more stable day by day. So once it happened, it was like Indian called it Satori experience, like first recognition that I'm not a body, not personality, but I'm something more. Who I am everything, yes, and everyone is in me. It's like about 5 seconds, and then it like expanded and expanded, and I was training my attention in the body, not only on the mat while doing Kundalini Yoga, but also in daily life, in communication with people. I became more relaxed and much less concentrated on my personality, on Lisa, with her traumas and problems and maybe complexes, and much more concentrated on what is happening objectively, what I'm seeing right now, where is my attention, what is happening, like without any evaluations. And when I started to train it daily and very consciously, when my awareness grown, then this space fully opened to me. So it's like a big it's like pleasure, because you don't have any extra worries. Even if something not very good objectively happens, you are not as anxious as you've been when you lived from your personality and programs of your mind. You like see clearly what is going on, that is like not game, but like experience which has no duality, because it's all one. It's very hard to explain, especially when you are not native speaker. But I'm watching what will happen next, how this experience will become more stable, and maybe I will share some techniques with other people how to come there. Because if you will try to enlighten from the mind, logically, theoretically, you can understand that. But to experience, you need to awaken this chemical brain issue. I guess the reason is in pituitary and pineal glands. So when we stimulate by looking at the third eye, we like start this process of chemical issuing this DMT or other kind of molecules, which lead us to this shift of perception, which is described by many authors like Eckhart Tolle and many other guys like Buddha. Jesus was also enlightened, and I'm sharing any techniques that help to enlighten, like concentration of attention, like fasting practices, and when you have some kind of other tools which clean your body and your psyche, you like have no way but come there. So it's like very straight and in time, but process. If you start it this way, sooner or later you will get there.
Thank you. Whew, that was beautiful. That was really beautiful. I relate to what you said deeply too. We have very similar kind of paths, a little bit different, but very similar. So thank you. Let's do a little theta healing. I'm feeling it. You want to do some?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So let's check in. Let me check in and see what Creator has for us. So first, Creator's saying, for those of you who haven't done theta healing before, if you're just joining us, welcome. I am a theta healing practitioner. Basically, we are what we believe, right? So our beliefs manifest in our reality. So if we have any beliefs that maybe no longer serve, like from childhood, or maybe our family's beliefs that aren't aligned with who we are at a soul level, those can really impede our reality. So I'm a theta healing practitioner. I go up, connect with source, and then ask for permission from our client. And then Creator basically downloads to me what is blocking us, right? What beliefs need to be changed to free you up and live your best empowered life. So Lisa has come to me for a session, which was amazing. And it was such a blessing to be in that space with her. And so after the session, I was like, you should come on my channel and talk about Kundalini. So she's amazing, and we're just going to do a little bit more work right now on From Depression to Prosperity, the name of her course. So if you've never joined me before, you need 3 basic beliefs to receive theta healing. They are, I want an instant healing, I deserve an instant healing, and an instant healing is possible. If you don't have those basic beliefs, then you're not going to be able to receive this goodness that Creator has for us. So if you would like those 3, all you have to do is say yes out loud. That tells the subconscious mind that you're ready to receive the downloads and healings. And it also tells me that Creator can go ahead and shift those beliefs for you. So would you like those, Lisa?
Yes. Always.
Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. So let's see what goodies Creator has in store for us based off of what Lisa and I just talked about. So we're going to change what results in us having depression or depressed thoughts or carrying apathy or negativity or cynicism or any type of low vibration. I'm hearing in any of the cells of the body, but for a lot of people, that's in the stomach, in the solar plexus, in the gut brain, which I know Lisa and I, we are huge gut brain healing believers. So our gut brain is like our second brain. It produces serotonin, which is the happy chemical, which is opposite of depression, right? It produces a lot of really beautiful chemicals that help us to be more neutral or get out of a state of fight or flight. So we're going to do that. I also want to do a healing on the gut wall lining. So your gut lining in your stomach, in your gut brain, in your gut health is really, really thin. It's composed of a lot of really small atoms, small cells that run along the side of the gut wall. So if that it can be very easily destroyed through like chemicals and different pills and stuff that we take have what's called fillers in them. And so they can damage our gut lining, and the way that we eat can, the stress that we have in our lives, just general inflammation from everyday living and the way that we live can damage our gut wall. So we want to change what prevents our gut wall, our gut lining from being fully healed to support all the balancing of chemicals in our body. So Creator's going to do that. We're going to bring in green grounded energy and white divine energy into that gut wall for super, super concentrated healing. And Creator's just telling me to remind everyone that that is going to be really pain-free and painless and loving and instantaneous, really stress-free and really just natural. Like it's just going to be like a hug from the divine is what I'm hearing. So if we want that, just say yes. And Miss Lisa's going to cue us.
Yes.
Woo! She's got the shoulder shimmy. I love it. Yes. Beautiful. Big shift. Beautiful. So next I want to change what prevents us from being in alignment with our purpose in life, being in alignment with that aliveness, that passion, that life force energy. Lisa talks about this in her in some of her videos. You have a literal life force, like a vein in the back of your leg that runs all the way from your feet up the back of your thighs, and she can talk more about this, into your pelvis. That literally, it's called the life nerve. And if it gets, like, if you'll notice, if you sit for a long time, which most of us do in our jobs in corporate world, it can get really tight and it can impede the flow of energy. It's an energy pathway and also circulation, blood. Yeah, she's lifted up her leg. I love it. So that's a way to stretch it out. So if we're not stretching that out, if we're just sitting or we have a stagnant and sedentary lifestyle, the life force energy can be constricted in that area, and then it stops the flow of the Kundalini, of the chemical life force energy that allows us to be full of vigor and passion and that life force, right? And that's part of where it connects to a depressed state, an apathetic state, because you're not having any type of flow in your life. And so, so let's do a couple of healings on that. So we're going to change what obligates or resulted in that life force energy getting stuck in our body, getting stuck in our legs, stuck in any of our chakras, stuck in any of the pathways that it's supposed to go to really light us up. I want to get Creator's download and definition of energy, of chi, of life force energy, of sexuality, of sexual energy, of Kundalini energy. Creator's telling me it's all the same. It just comes up in a different way, right? And so in Lisa's courses and in her YouTube videos, she teaches us how to unlock that and channel that and bring it up to where we're full of life force energy. The zest for life that I've had from when I started and then being in Lisa's courses, y'all, is night and freaking day. It has, I get out of bed and I'm in a grateful state. I'm full of, I want to say, like piss and vinegar, because I am excited by life from being really lit up from the inside, from feeling that, like she's saying, that aliveness, that, oh my gosh, like we're in unity, we're in this Christ consciousness, you know, and there is so much interconnectedness around me, and it brings you to that spiritual awakening state, right? Because you realize everything's connected. I'm connected to God. I'm connected within. I can bring my energy up. You are the healer. Yes, you might need some healer to help you, but you can heal your body. You are your own guru. I'm going to say that again till I'm blue in the face. No one outside of you, they can assist you in your healing, but you have everything you need, my loves, to heal yourself from within. Simply by watching Lisa's YouTube channel, simply by getting out into nature, we have everything we need to heal. Okay, I got on a soapbox for a second. So we're going to change what obligates you to seek your healing outside of yourself. We're going to change, and you can still do that if you need a healer, right, to help you move some karma or move some blocks. Like, healers are grateful to help, but anyone that tells you that you need them, no thank you, I'm good, I got this healing, thank you, right? And you can do it through things like Lisa's channel. Let's see. I want to remove 11 blocks of that inhibit you from connecting with your Kundalini energy. Creator's just saying these are very synonymous for us as human beings. We have very similar blocks, right? And it comes back to what Lisa was talking about earlier. We are one, guys. All of humanity is, when you hear people talk about oneness or we are all love, Creator is showing us how we are not separate. We are one. We live in unity. We live in oneness. And when you're going through this Kundalini process, this enlightenment, this awakening, you step more and more into how you're connected, how Lisa's my sister, how she might live, you know, in Russia and I'm in Texas, but we are connected and we have core attributes and experiences to show us how connected we are, right? Creator like divinely led me to this beautiful fucking being on YouTube. And then I reached out and then she gave me a course and then I did a session with her and now she's on my channel and she might even move to the US. Like it's just, y'all, like everything is connected. Everything is connected. So I want to change what prevents us from knowing, seeing, and believing that everything is connected. That we're connected even in the most diverse ways, at our humanness, at a soul level, in our higher selves and in consciousness. I want to get creators downloads of that. And I also, just touching base with the removing the 11 things that are inhibiting us from being in our Kundalini, I want to also download us from, with any new technology that Creator deems appropriate for our highest and best good, to be in that space of Kundalini energy. Let's see. Okay, so let's do that. So if you would like those, just say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And then Creator is going to just open and expand our heart center. So you have an arc line that runs through kind of like this chest area. And it's your heart energy, right? And there's nadis and meridians that run all the way through the tip of your finger, all the way through your heart center and to the other side. And so Creator is just going to open that area, because right now as a consciousness, as humanity, we're going through huge heart expansion, right? Huge. We just came out of Cancer season, all the feels and all the emotions, and we were connecting back into our heart, back into Mama Earth, paying homage to Mama Earth, to each other as beings of love, right? And so Creator wants to connect us back into that heart space. We want to remove anything that is impeding us or stopping us or resisting being heart-centered beings, because we're coming back into it. We're coming home. All is love. All is oneness. All is unity consciousness. It's not they over there or them. It's not separateness. We know at a soul level in our higher selves that we are love. That's just what we are, right? And just like Lisa touched on, she said when she went through that beautiful enlightenment, that spiritual awakening, she said that she realized, holy cow, I am one with everything, right? I am, God is within me. I see my brothers and sisters, and it put her, guys, in a less reactive state. She was able to observe and be less reactionary and be like, okay, life is working out for me and not happening to me, right? That's one of the juiciest things, at least in my experience, about this spiritual awakening, is like stepping back and being like, man, I thought everybody was like out to get me, or I was paranoid, or I was worried about betrayal. And now I'm in this state of flow where like, I understand everybody's just working through their shit. Everybody's working through their trauma, and we're all just walking each other home. And when you can truly step back, like Lisa said, and observe instead of reacting, and just say like, okay, what is this lesson trying to teach me? What is Creator asking me to delve into that needs to be healed within me, right? Life gets so much easier. It's more flowing. It's not so exhausting thinking that everybody's out to get you or everybody has an agenda. No, they're just dealing with their lives. That's it. And they're probably stuck in a lot of trauma, right? And so, yeah, it's just so freeing. So let's get Creator's downloads of all of that and being in alignment of that like life is happening for me and not to me. and that everybody's just going through their own stuff. And I want to change what prevents us from being in a space of observation while everybody's dealing with their stuff, and remembering, hey, I am neutral. I can be the observer, and just being in a beautiful state, right? And let's run the forgiveness protocol on ourselves, creator, and any other sentient being who we have those misunderstandings with, that we might have like been reactionary towards, right? I know I have been in the past. And let's just forgive ourselves in all lifetimes, timelines, space-time continuum, and quantum reality. Because I guarantee you, we've done this in a lot of lives before. And we came into this lifetime and we were like, all right, I get it now. I'm done doing the hard way. I'm ready for easy. Thanks, creator. Thank you. Like, I know Lisa and I are like, yes, I'm done doing life the hard way. I like ease and flow. Yeah, and so if you'd like those, just say yes out loud.
Yes.
Thank you, beautiful. All right, creator saying that was a beautiful little cherry on top. So Lisa, I want to just thank you for being here. I want to thank you for doing what you're doing in this world. You have absolutely changed and transformed my reality simply by being you and showing up as the teacher you always are. I also want to give you a chance. Lisa has 2 amazing courses, y'all. Like, I could scream from a mountaintop till I'm blue in the face about how life-changing they are. They are From Depression to Prosperity, 10 days from depression to prosperity. It was life-changing. And then her most recent course is a weight loss course. And it's anything, y'all, from emotional detox and weight loss detox to self-love, to loving yourself more deeply, to food addictions, right? And I feel like a lot of us are having some kind of issues kind of with food right now, or lessons with food, eating more sugar because our systems are purging so much, or eating more or less. And we're kind of dealing with a lot of those. So it's such a timely experience right now for those. I want to tell you her courses are on Udemy. I think that's how you say it, Udemy. We're going to link them below in both Facebook and Instagram. And y'all, they're like 20 bucks. Her first course, From Depression to Prosperity, is what, Lisa, like 10 classes?
Yes.
And then your second course is like 4 or 5 classes. And it's, y'all, it's $20. Like, that's the cost of like 1 or 2 meals or a couple Starbucks. Like, please do yourself this freaking, give yourself the gift of Lisa's courses. Y'all know I don't promote anything unless I've tried it. And I truly believe in it. Those 2 courses have changed my literal life. And especially right now, while we're struggling, while a lot of depression and apathy and food addictions and relationship addictions and codependency is wanting to be freed from our bodies, please get these courses. We're going to link them below. So Lisa, I know my Leo, Aries, Libra self gets excited and lit up and just wants to talk, but I want to give you a second to just say whatever you'd like to say about your courses, about your experience. The floor is yours, my love.
I have Leo in Sun as well, so I'm patiently waiting when I will be
Happy birthday! Awesome.
Yes, you explained very beautifully about the purpose, how does it work, our course. The last one, yes, it's like a complex approach to stop overeating, because you know, frankly speaking, you can do any free yoga. Each kriya regulates endocrine system, so day by day you won't have such a big craving to food. It will happen naturally. You don't have to force yourself. You don't have to use your willpower or be violent to yourself. This is the wrong way. I used to be in very hard conditions, like forbidding myself to eat something when I was a raw vegan, and I know that it reflects on our psyche even much harder than if we allow ourselves everything, but at the same time we in parallel regulate all our systems, and naturally we are getting rid of these cravings, drug addictions, nicotine, alcohol. Everything goes away naturally, because Yogi Bhajan, the main teacher, he brought Kundalini Yoga to America in 60s, last century, exactly with this purpose. There were a lot of hippie druggists in 60s, and he said, let's get high without drugs. You don't need this because everything is inside you. As Nicole said, you are self-healer. You need to activate your force, your Kundalini energy, so you will become very confident in your way. No one knows what you really need in life. No one knows how to heal you, where to go and what to do, but you need to connect with yourself, with your higher self, as a highest goal of Kundalini Yoga. And after this, you won't have any questions. You won't need to go to psychiatrists or take pills. You will be in total balance of all your systems, energetic and physical. So that's why I'm not like advertising Kundalini courses. I made it to, yes, to be honest, to have some basis to keep me going, because I spend a lot of time creating kriyas for free on YouTube, and there are a lot of, more than 50 already. So please just do it. You will help yourself. Be patient and just do it, and nothing else is needed from you. This is will be very good for beginners, exactly, from depression to prosperity course, because here I explain from the basis how all exercises are performed, how to breathe correctly, what is breath of fire, and so on, what is mantras, why we are singing each time when we are opening the space, we're singing the protective mantras, and why this tradition. So it's very interesting, like an arts, and it really works. I would never recommend anyone something that doesn't work as well as Nicole. So please work on yourself, and you will be so satisfied with yourself. You will never imagine how. I'm so satisfied, happy. I like my appearance. I'm accepting myself, and I'm trusting myself, what is much more necessary in our life, because maybe 3 years ago I would very easily go astray by someone's word that you don't have to go there, you don't need this, why are you doing? My soul says yes, I want, but comes anyone who tells me, are you sure why you're doing this? And then I'm going astray. And now I have intuition like 1000%, and it works. Just trust in myself, rely on myself, and be self-confident. This is and all chakras work out. We haven't mentioned it because we are better in speech. We are better in our intuition on crown chakra. We are very, we have strong willpower if our solar plexus chakra is strong as well. Muladhara, the first chakra, is our base, is our safety. So this is like a complex work which leads to the great results just in 3 years, even 10 days. You will see difference. For sure, you will see.
Ooh. Beautiful. Thank you so much, sister. This has been amazing. Y'all, I'm going to link her 2 courses below, her Instagram and her Facebook, please, and our YouTube channel. Please follow Lisa. She's amazing. She's a really fun, amazing, energetic individual. Just personally, like, she has a beautiful jazzy blues voice, and she does a lot of singing, so she's awesome to follow just because she's a cool person. But please try her courses and her videos, because she has magic in them. Like, it is my favorite part of my day to do that. Like Theta and Kundalini, I could just survive off of that, period. So thank you so much, Lisa, for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to post this after on my Facebook channel, because I don't know, I think it's live, but we're going to send this to Lisa's Instagram and to my Instagram as well. And yeah, just enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe to both Lisa and I. And feel free to share this video for anyone who needs it. Tag them in here. Tag them in the courses. I gifted a bunch of her courses to people, so you can do that as well if you know someone who needs it. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for you, sister. So thank you for being here.
Nicole, thank you very much for this opportunity to share my knowledge again and again, for whom it's really necessary right now, for people who are being depressed. Exactly. Please, if you know such kind of people who are strange in their behavior and they're like introverts, always like without communication with other people, it's a very bad sign that maybe they are depressed. So please advise them to start doing Kundalini Yoga, and you won't recognize this person in a month. So thank you very much, my sister.
Story.
Let's share this stream. I will share it also on YouTube to know to my subscribers know you as well, because Thetahealing is a powerful tool as Kundalini Yoga. So thank you very much.
Have a beautiful day. And yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I'm grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Bye.
Bye, everyone who watched this. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.